There's no better woman to tell us how to get amazing and affordable clothing than Blonde Hennessy. Blonde, obviously our two viewers know you and know you well. They trust your advice. Tell us everything.
A little pressure there, but yeah, I am definitely a bargain hunter. I hate spending big money on clothes. There's so many different ways, and obviously, going through your mother's wardrobe is a really important thing, your granny's wardrobe, and have it taken in, find a really good dressmaker and have it taken in like that. I'm all about the IKEA Wonder Web, the stuff you get free with the curtains, you iron it on, it's great for taking hems up. That's a really key piece of free advice there. I would say with jackets and things like that, I'm a big advocate of hacking the sleeves off. I am, because when they're swampy like that, the main thing is that the sleeves are actually the thing that are making you bigger. If you take those sleeves off, wear it with a more fitted jacket underneath, all of a sudden you've got like a completely different look. And with dresses, I always just cut the hems off if they're too long. Like literally, I just cut it with the scissors. I don't bother at all. That's so malarkey, and just hack it off. It's a very kind of Kate Moss irreverent approach to it, and I think that upstyling and upscaling your vintage items really makes it a unique piece. I suppose the thing with vintage is that it's often about the accessories. You can buy one key piece like a sequin dress, a leather fringe jacket or whichever, and it's then how you kind of jazz it up. We all love trying on accessories. They fit everybody. Happy days, Have a look at bags that you wouldn't necessarily always go for. Try on boots that maybe you weren't thinking were your style, because you'd be surprised how they fit and how they look on.
Let's say you're a first timer, you're not good with vintage, you think it's more like that's my granny's wardrobe, and you're not feeling it, and somebody just tries to convince you to go into any vintage store or go to the kilo sale. What would you recommend they start off with?
A lot of what's on the high street are copies of what would have originally been out in the 70s, 60s, 50s, etc. So do try that kind of style first, and also don't be afraid to talk to the shopkeeper, because generally a person who owns a shop loves fashion, so they're going to be mad about getting to style it. They love it. For us, it's our favourite part of the job. Just take a pile of clothes into the change room and try on as much as possible, because you really don't know how it's going to fit. Ignore the size labels. Size labels have changed. They're changing week to week in the high street. They've changed dramatically since the 70s and 80s. Ignore that.
Your number one key tip when it comes to buying vintage?
My main tip is to try everything on. Don't give up on a piece just because it's not absolutely perfect. It probably worked a little bit to make it ideal.